kids. Welcome to the Defense Against the Dark Arts class of myself, Professor Johnny English Carroll, Order of Merlin, third class honorary member of the Dark Force Defense League, and five times winner of Witch Weekly's Most Charming Smile Award. For more details, see my published work. Now be warned, it is my job to arm you against the foulest creatures known to the wizard kind. And the best way for you to protect yourself is to be equipped with the most thorough knowledge and understanding of these creatures. Today, let us travel back in time to learn about some of the greatest magical creatures of history, world to date, before the dark arts could call them and turn them into the scariest, most magnificent beasts of all time. Once upon a time, millions of years ago, before any of our current generation's wizards and witches even exist, the world was ruthlessly ruled by the five most powerful beasts: Tutut the Liquid Master, Nicholas the Rogue, the Absolute Phuong, Raymond the Shapeshifter, and Bhekti the Prophetess, often referred to as the Fantastic Beasts.
Tutut, the Liquid Master, the purest blood from the House of Slytherin. Nobody really knows how old she is, or even when she was born. She may fool you with her humble length, shining bright doe eyes, perfectly smooth skin, but many believes she's at least 250 years old. Gifted with superb intelligence, she soon became one of the most talented witches the House Slytherin has seen in many decades. But Tutut only really rose to fame when she mastered the magic of liquidifying any form of solid, from jelly beans to... moving on. With a tip of her wand and support from her apprentice of that time, Gonawan, Tutut became the first female wizard to attempt turning golden powdery Phuong into the rarest maple jelly that spread fear across the land of Dragon Komodo. And she didn't stop there. Ambitious, fearless, she set out to conquer the islands of the Philippines in search for the ancient unicorn blood that appeared black in Muggles' eyes. It is believed that with this dark versatile liquid, she will be able to hypnotize at least millions of female disciples. And of course, Tutut wouldn't have been so successful without the support of her house elf Loki, who cooks, carries the baby, and fixes things around the house, all willingly and lovingly, as if she has also cast a spell of dark magical unicorn blood on him.
She is known as the most acclaimed seer of all ages, blessed with a third eye that could see far into the future. Her most notable prediction to date was foreseeing the ascent of a love potion harvested from the elusive bango tree in rural Nusantara, which saved throngs of muggles from getting drunk from its sweet, maddening nectar. And with that she received the Blue Band, the highest order of the land for her contributions to man and wizard kind. In her later years, she dedicated her life to teaching young witches and wizards about the arcane art of prophecy, reading the future through remnants of margarine tubs and mayonnaise sculptures. She was also credited for being the mother of fortune-telling using crystal balls, an art which he perfected and patented under the name of Cristobal Magic Insights, otherwise fondly known as CMI by students in the magic schools nowadays. May her legacy forever live on.
Once upon a time, from the kingdom of the Netherlands, there was born a tall, handsome prince, Nicolas de Rogue, Prince of Orange and Grand Duke of Luxembourg. Unlike his royal siblings, Nicolas was a kind-hearted and hard-working prince. He spent most of his waking time marvelling over medieval history and was most intrigued by one burning topic, the elixir of life. Nicolas went on a search to all corners of the world until one fine day he ended up in a rural village of Indonesia. It was here that he met with the villagers and learned their ways of lives. Touched by Nicolas's determination, the villagers pointed him to the direction of the Philosopher's Stone. And with the Philosopher's Stone, Nicolas was able to resurrect Australia from its imminent death.
Raymond the Shapeshifter. Muggle-born, Raymond was raised in one of the biggest and oldest palaces in the Philippines, on the estate that the Mabasa family owned since the 15th century. Born with a silver spoon, Raymond is often referred to as Mr. Silver. He soon followed his father's footsteps and became one of the most famous billionaire industrialists in Manila. But to the youth community in Manila, Mr. Silver is also a notorious playboy. Partying life soon became meaningless. Frustrated with the lack of any magical ability, being Muggle-born, one fine day, Mr. Silver has decided to leave it all behind. Wealth, fame, parties, and women to set out and pursue the learning of magic in the Lion City. And then, he met with the greatest shapeshifter of all time, Sir Rohir Smith, who possesses a rare ability that helps him turn into any shape, human or animal. Fascinated by this magic, Mr. Silver has decided to become Sir Rohir Smith's disciple and spent over 3 years selling chicken tinola soup at Sir Rohir's Cobra Roadside restaurant in order to master the shape-shifting superpower. His sacrifice wasn't for nothing. Although he started at zero, Mr. Silver has turned out to be the highest potential protege of Sir Smith's, because just after 3 years, Mr. Silver is able to change himself into anything imaginable. A bear? An elephant? A kangaroo? Or even a sweet but hyper bunny?
The absolute Phuong. In the far, far land of Vietnam 200 years ago, at a small and poor village in Mekong Delta, there was a young and handsome boy who aspired to be like Harry Potter. After all, they have the same looks, the hair, the height, and the glasses. With his humble background, his family did not have a lot to give. Throughout his childhood, Phuong toiled endlessly as a tuk-tuk driver for the tourists that visited his beautiful hometown. One day, fate has smiled at him. He had the honor to meet up with the greatest wizard of all times, Sir Juan Caro, who was traveling to Phuong's hometown. They quickly became very good friends. Very good friends. And Sir Juan has taught Phuong all of his tricks to become the greatest looking wizard, from how to dress up, how not to dress up, how to use good looks, martial arts, and muscles to compensate the lack of other real superpowers. He then climbed Bukit Paso and found a cave at the edge of that mountain and named it Urban Apollonius Edge, where he recruits young witches and wizards and teaches them the legacy of Sir Johnny English Carroll.
Since then, the five beasts go on and sprinkle the magic across the world. And with that, this is Professor Johnny English Carroll signing off.